Welcome to InvestoPads. Brace yourself for a deep dive into the latest news and advancements in global affairs, international relations, and technology. Currently, global de-dollarization has emerged as a prominent concern on the international stage. Numerous countries, China included, are actively expediting de-dollarization efforts across vital sectors like local currency settlements, oil pricing denominated in dollars, and divestment from U.S. debt. This trend is propelled by the misuse of the U.S. dollar's currency supremacy and the unwise monetary policies of the Federal Reserve. Consequently, an increasing number of nations are exploring alternatives to the dollar. For example, on July 29th, the economy minister of Bolivia disclosed their endeavors to reduce dependency on the U.S. dollar and instead engage in trade settlements employing the Chinese yuan. Notably, major Latin American economies, including Brazil and Argentina, have taken a leading role in adopting the yuan for trade, thereby accelerating the process. The de-dollarization process in the region has attracted attention, with experts from U.S. think tanks highlighting the significant shift of Argentina and other South American nations favoring the yuan over the dollar. This trend is causing concerns within the U.S. Treasury, given the impact on the dollar's special status in Latin America. A report from Japan Economic News on July 25th revealed that the yuan's share in China's bilateral settlements has now exceeded that of the U.S. dollar, reaching 49% for the first time. Although the global use of the yuan in settlements is around 3% in comparison to the dollar, China's de-dollarization progress is notable. Beyond South America, the Reserve Bank of India recently announced that numerous Indian refineries have commenced using the yuan to purchase and settle Russian crude oil, bypassing the U.S. dollar. The significance of the yuan in global oil settlements and the broader international financial system is on the rise. In March of this year, a noteworthy development occurred when China and France successfully executed the first liquefied natural gas trade settled in yuan. This achievement weakened the dollar's dominant position in energy trading. This trade involved natural gas sourced from the United Arab Emirates, marking the first yuan-denominated settlement order in the energy sector for China, France, and the UAE. This accomplishment not only laid the groundwork for similar future transactions, but also facilitated the expansion of the yuan-denominated oil market into Europe. The imposition of financial restrictions by the U.S. on various oil-producing nations has acted as a catalyst, prompting more countries to contemplate de-dollarization. Iran, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, and India are all devising plans to achieve de-dollarization through the Asian Payments Network. They aim to establish an international banking exchange that operates with digital currencies, formally declaring the utilization of yuan and other currencies as reserve alternatives to replace the dollar's former position and influence. In June of this year, the Central Bank of Iran introduced a gold-backed digital reserve currency, which not only enabled Iran to secure the international gold exchange rate, but also allowed the country to bypass the U.S. financial monitoring system. In April, Iran's central bank inaugurated a novel currency exchange center, introducing direct trading of gold with the yuan for the first time. This initiative aimed to facilitate increased gold acquisition. By June, the yuan's portion in Iran's foreign reserves had exceeded 22%. Notably, a substantial share of Iran's oil purchases during the past 2 years settled in yuan or euros. The continuous shipment of over 30 million tons of Iranian oil to China further underscores the yuan's vital role as a currency for oil in Middle Eastern oil-producing countries. Major oil-exporting nations like Saudi Arabia and the UAE have indicated their intent to explore non-dollar settlements for specific buyers. Moreover, the UAE is actively pursuing the establishment of a Gulf region offshore center for digital yuan, thereby advancing de-dollarization efforts in the Middle East. A survey conducted by asset management firm Schroders revealed that approximately 70% of surveyed sovereign investors and 57% of global central banks are considering repatriating their gold assets held in foreign vaults, like those of the Federal Reserve and the Bank of England. This shift is driven by concerns of potential asset freezing or seizure. This proportion surpasses the 50% reported in 2020 and is anticipated to rise to 74% within the next 5 years. particularly during periods of special economic significance. In order to ensure gold safety and pursue specific economic strategies, several nations have opted to store their gold reserves in places like New York and London, often as collateral. However, an increasing number of countries are now repatriating their gold holdings to ensure their utmost security. An undisclosed European central bank official disclosed that their institution has been augmenting their gold reserves over the past decade and had some of these reserves stored within the underground vaults of the Bank of England in London. Nevertheless, these reserves have been repatriated back to their home countries to ensure the gold's safety. Malaysian authorities have put forth a proposal to introduce a pan-Asian gold-backed currency aiming to replace the dollar for inter-regional trade within Southeast Asia. This move is motivated by the perception that gold is more stable than the dollar. While the US dollar remains a cornerstone of the global financial order and is unlikely to change in the near term, an increasing number of countries are exploring and engaging in non-dollar currency transactions. The global BRICS nations are gearing up to unveil a unified gold-backed currency in August of this year as an alternative to the dollar. Currently, 41 countries, representing over 60% of the world's population and a third of global GDP, are involved in this initiative. This includes nations from the Middle East, such as Saudi Arabia, Iran, Pakistan, the UAE, Argentina, and European countries. Iran's state television website reported its welcoming stance on the BRICS nations' introduction of a gold-backed common currency plan, emphasizing its potential benefits for de-dollarization efforts. Countries like Iran, Saudi Arabia, the UAE, France, and Argentina have expressed intentions to utilize this currency for cross-border transactions. As a signatory to the petrodollar agreement, Saudi Arabia, along with other oil-producing Middle Eastern countries, is transitioning towards the Chinese market and adopting the yuan for their transactions. Cracks have started to surface in the petrodollar agreement between the US and Middle Eastern oil-producing nations, and these gaps are progressively widening. Saudi Arabia is bolstering investments in yuan assets while embarking on the process of joining the Shanghai Cooperation Organization and enhancing collaboration with Chinese companies. Anticipated in the near future, cross-border trade settlements using digital yuan are on the horizon for countries like Iran, Saudi Arabia, Iraq, the UAE, and other Middle Eastern oil-producing nations. This move signifies a significant stride in the de-dollarization process. The Saudi Central Bank has outlined its intention to create a cross-border settlement system utilizing a gold-backed digital currency. A report from the World Gold Council highlights a substantial increase, with Middle Eastern central banks procuring a remarkable 78 tons of gold in the first half of 2023. Notably, nations like Saudi Arabia, Iran, and the UAE are aligning with the global trend among central banks by intensifying their gold reserve holdings, particularly amid the context of worldwide de-dollarization. In efforts to uphold the credit and currency standing of the dollar, the Federal Reserve refrains from hindering or rejecting the repatriation of gold assets by countries like China. Janet Yellen, the U.S. Treasury Secretary, acknowledged the formidable nature of the dollar's reserve status in an interview with the media on July 31st. However, she also cautioned that the ongoing debt ceiling crisis within the U.S. is significantly eroding the global reserve currency status of the dollar. As a consequence, numerous nations are expediting the establishment of autonomous financial systems detached from the dollar, a move that holds the potential to considerably impact the U.S. financial system and national debt. We appreciate your engagement today and value your insights. Kindly share your opinions in the comments section below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and activate the notification bell to stay updated with InvestoPads. Until the next video, take care.